Moving the headquarters is monumental. It's a historic event, and we can read about history, but for us to live at this time, to be a part of it, as history is being written, it's so exciting.
I would consider just as significant as the move of the brothers from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to the City of Churches, Brooklyn, and even more significant.
If we look at the history of those taking the lead, they've never been sentimental toward material things. They were willing to move the headquarters from Pennsylvania to New York. They've been willing to sell buildings. They've been willing to buy buildings. See, they're always thinking, well, what's best for kingdom interests? We're not attached to anything material.
From the very onset, the governing body was unanimous after we did a search for properties where we could build headquarters. This property at Warwick would be the very best of all.
Yes, well, we see Jehovah's direction and the procedure from the beginning to where we are now, the way it's come together, the location of the property, the acquisition of Tuxedo.
The governing body is convinced that Jehovah is directing that the world headquarters be moved to Warwick. We're absolutely convinced of that. Well, we are happy to announce that on Wednesday, July 17, the Warwick Planning Board unanimously approved the site plan for the new world headquarters of Jehovah's Witnesses. We give praise and thanks to Jehovah for this important milestone in the relocation of the world headquarters to Warwick, New York. Your brother's governing body.
Well, it's taken an incredible amount of effort and planning and hard work to get to the point where we were able to have that historic announcement at morning worship that we are now able to start construction on the Warwick project.
When we purchased the property in 2009, the buildings that were on it had been abandoned for over 20 years, and so they were in disrepair. We had to make them safe, we had to make them secure, and really get them ready for the organization to use the property how they wanted. The next step was we were able to actually remove the buildings, and that set it up for our site plan approval that when we received that, we could start right away with construction.
Another important step was getting approval to harvest trees last winter, a time of year when it is safer for wildlife. Missing this opportunity could have delayed construction for almost another year. It not only opened up areas needed for building, but the 40 truckloads of timber were processed at Wallkill and will be reused as lumber for the project.
To finish Warwick in less than 4 years, which was our goal, we decided that construction would need to begin by July 2013. But as that date approached, it really didn't seem as if we were going to make it.
We were very concerned. We were making preparations at the Warwick site to begin operations there in July. We were inviting brothers in. They were buying plane tickets, arranging rooming, scheduling themselves to arrive. Yet, we did not have site permits, so we were considering canceling these invitations.
We spent a lot of time praying about it. We decided we needed to act in faith, and we were just convinced Jehovah was going to make it happen.
One of the utility-related certifications from the state was being processed, but it hadn't arrived. And it was really going to be up to the town to decide if we needed the documents for site plan approval or if we could provide it to them later.
Well, the day of the public hearing, we still hadn't got our paperwork, so we started making calls to the state. However, by the end of the day, our permits still hadn't been issued. So we went to the public hearing fully expecting to be turned down. However, to our surprise, within 15 minutes of the start of the meeting, the town board voted to approve our project. And when the approval came through, we knew it was only by Jehovah's Spirit that that happened.
You know, it's not very easy to build 1.6 million square feet surrounded by forest without impacting that forest, but that's what we were asked to do. So that design requirement, as well as the limited infrastructure on the site, made it necessary to stage out personnel, shops, and material storage someplace else. And the Tuxedo site was just perfect for that need, being just 6 miles away.
Tuxedo property is really our home base for our construction at Warwick. We've got all our services here for the family. We have our kitchen and dining room. We have our residence rooms. We have our offices. We have our shop space. It's really going to help the family be able to have what they need so that they can perform the work down at Warwick.
The Tuxedo buildings needed a complete interior demolition and renovation, but we needed additional personnel to meet the schedule. The RBCs assisted. They sent in large crews, up to 600 at a time, Thursdays to Sunday. Without their support, we would not now be ready to support the Warwick construction.
We're from New York. We're excited to be here. A variety of people from all different RBCs. It's a great blessing.
I'm from New Jersey. Being able to help the Bethel family is so satisfying. I know they worked so hard to get ready for us to come every weekend.
We're from North Carolina. It feels so good to be able to give to Jehovah in this way. I'm going to tell all my friends in RBC to try to come and help.
The renovation here at Tuxedo is finishing up right now. We already have residents sitting here. We're already fully occupying the dining room and kitchen. We're already using many of the services, and we look forward to having this fully completed to be supporting our Warwick project.
The United States Branch Committee has given us outstanding support for this project.
One time the U.S. branch even arranged for the entire plumbing department to come down from Walk Hill for a number of weeks to help us at Tuxedo on a very tight schedule we had. And that proved very helpful. We made the schedule and had a wonderful experience together.
One outstanding example of the support we're getting from the Bethel family is on one particular evening, our buses that were headed back to Brooklyn got delayed. They didn't get back until nearly 9 o'clock. We had our food service brothers and sisters were there, ready to receive them, provide them a hot meal, and that was a big encouragement to us.
Doing close to 1.5 million square feet of construction in less than 4 years will not be done without Jehovah's Spirit, and it will not be done without a huge positive influence from the Bethel family in supporting it. As a committee, we're relying on both of those, and that's how we approach every day. We have the faith and see the evidence that our faith is being very well supported.
The first building on our site, the vehicle maintenance building, which will be our field dining room, is under construction. A year from now, that building and the visitors parking structure will be complete. The first residence building will be topped out, and the other 5 buildings will be under construction.
Jehovah has blessed us to start the work on time, and we're counting on Jehovah to provide the thousands of temporary workers and RBC volunteers to finish this work on time.
To help us find skilled volunteers, we recently met with over 700 brothers from 137 RBCs nationwide. It was an historic meeting, and the response has been overwhelming.
When it comes to construction, the project will normally go only as well as the site preparation goes. And if site works here is any indication, we're off to a really good start. But there's a lot of planning going on here too. We've got presently 6 building overseers. They each have 3 assistants. They're all very busy in the planning of their project, awaiting for their permits to be received to get their buildings out of the ground.
It's the spirituality of the brothers and sisters working on the World Headquarters project that is absolutely essential for our success.
So whatever you do while you're here and whenever you go back home, remember your relationship with Jehovah.
We're very appreciative of the support and visits of the governing body members to the site. It's really been very stimulating. It's a shot in the arm to not only us on the committee, but all of the workers. It helps us to stay focused spiritually, even though we have a very challenging project ahead of us.
We take a tremendous interest in what you are doing, and thank you very, very much for all you do.
Well, being able to come here and work on the World Headquarters, I would have never thought that would have been something I would have been able to do. But to be up here and then being with my wife, it's pretty incredible.
What makes this Warwick project so special to me is why we're doing it and who we're doing it for, all for Jehovah's praise.
I think I was really overwhelmed with the beauty of the place, and it made me think how much the family is going to love living at Warwick. Even people who are die-hard city people, I think are going to love when they finally arrive at Warwick, because it is just so beautiful.
We have been encouraged as a governing body with the progress at Warwick. There's just no doubt about it. Yet it makes us kind of think of what life will be like once the end of this system of things occurs, and there have to be building work done all over the world. And it's going to be done by servants of the true God, Jehovah.
Well, it's always encouraging to me to go up and see the progress made, but especially encouraging to be with the brothers up there and the spirit they show, the attitude they have. They have such a wonderful spirit for the work. They're working hard, they're tired, long hours, but they're devoted to get this job done, and it rubs off on you. When I'm with them, sing with them, I have the urge to get the tools myself and go to work, but fortunately the urge doesn't last too long.
There's no doubt about it, there's a lot of work yet to be done. Our project is just now getting into full swing, but we're confident that the Dear Bethel family will be up to the task, that you will rise to the occasion, you will do what is necessary to get this work done. And we're confident that the volunteers coming in to help us, that they will rise to the occasion. And with Jehovah's Spirit, we'll all work together unitedly, and we will get done what Jehovah wants accomplished.
Love these RBC brothers and sisters coming in, doing a great job. And the temporary workers, commuters, and the regular Bethelites, we just deeply appreciate the hard work and all the effort they're showing. It just warms our heart.
We love this family. We love every element of it. The brothers at Patterson, Wallkill, Warwick, Tuxedo, Brooklyn, everyone is pulling together on this project. And that's what we love. The fact that everyone is putting 100% into this to accomplish this purpose of Jehovah to move the world headquarters. And we're so excited to be a part of it and to see that the brothers are with us in this move.
Well, once this is finally finished, we're excited to welcome the brothers from around the world to come visit, because we have some very nice surprises for you. Not just a beautiful surrounding, but some real spiritual treasures that you're going to enjoy when you get there.